Well, good evening. I'll bring you yet another video where I'm slightly out of breath. This time, not because I'm climbing up a steep hill, but because I'm walking quite fast, or have been. I've made a schoolboy error, which was I'd got a plan to photograph a certain subject at sunset and the light leading up to sunset, evening light if you like. But it'd been a nice day, and then the clouds come over. It was quite hazy and it looked like, no, we're not going to get anything here. So I just sat at home thinking, I won't bother. And then I thought, no, just go out and see what happens. By the time I decided that, I've missed some really interesting light. I can't really show you, I don't think, because it's over that hedge. But so that's probably a few potential shots that I've missed. Whether or not I'm not far now from where I need to be. Whether or not I'll make it in time for some good sunset images, I don't know. Don't know what the light's going to do. It might cloud over even more, but we'll give it a go anyway. But yeah, that's one of the first rules as a landscape photographer. Be where you need to be long before sunset, sunrise, whatever. Right, well, you might wonder where I am today. I've got to watch my footing here, it's a bit uneven. Yes, I'm just outside my hometown of Bridgnorth in Shropshire, so a local trip for me today. Bridgnorth, I don't know if you've ever been here, but it's a great little market town, historic, got a lot going for it. Severn Valley Railway, it's on the River Severn. Loads of historic buildings, cliff railway, funicular railway, or whatever they call it. Surrounding area, there's some great walks, great countryside, but it's not particularly conducive to landscape photography in my opinion, especially not in summer. Woodland photography, there's some opportunities for that, but summer's not really the best time. We haven't got stunning mountains, we haven't got coastline, we haven't even got flat land, or much of it. So yeah, I'm having to do a bit of a cliche today, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's still your picture, whether it's a cliche or not. But there's these small electricity pylons here. Now I've been here before, but if we get to a certain angle on this bit of a slope down here, we can take a picture towards the sunset, and it has quite a clear background. Now, whilst I say this is a bit of a cliche, I do genuinely think that man-made objects such as electricity pylons or wind turbines or some buildings, if you've got the right sky, such as a nice sunset, dramatic clouds or storm clouds, it can create a very moody atmospheric image. And well, I'm not so sure whether we'll get that tonight, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, as I was saying before, I somehow cut myself off then. Yeah, it's quite nice, and I think if we position ourselves in a way where we cut out the any distractions, we could have some very nice pictures here. Depends on how the sunset goes. Right, well, I'll get set up. Right, well, it's looking good. Much better than I'd hoped for, in fact. Now, the first dilemma we're faced with in this situation is how do we properly expose the image. What we want is a dark silhouette of the pylon and the foreground against the sky, the sunset sky. And we want detail in the clouds. What we really need to avoid is overexposing the image, because that will be, well, image ruin basically. All I do is simply underexpose by at least a stop probably in this situation. I keep the ISO low, sort of 200 or lower. At the moment I'm on 100 actually. Yes, I know modern cameras and software do wonders with high ISO and noise, but there's no point in going high in this situation. Plus we want it's going to be low naturally to get the right exposure. Now I'm in manual mode, manual focus. I said ISO is 100 here, f11, and that's pretty much it. We're just going to underexpose it and sort it out in post-process. So here goes. Now I'm just taking shots here as we go along as the sun gets a bit lower. I want it to drop a little bit more ideally, but it's very close to being in the position I wanted to be in. So yeah, just every few seconds so I'll take some shots. But I must praise this lens again. I did in the last video the Canon RF 24-240. For like a budget super zoom, the image quality is fantastic. I really am impressed with it. Years ago, you know, budget super zoom, well, not that many years ago, you know, I wouldn't have touched one, but this is great. And the image quality, they've really upped their game, Canon have. I think Nikon have as well, with their lenses for the mirrorless offerings. The camera's a Canon RP, which is, image quality is fantastic, but the autofocus is dreadful. Not that I need that, because it's my landscape photography camera and also my lightweight sort of portable camera I walk around with. For my wildlife, I've got an R7, which is fantastic. But I am going to upgrade this camera soon. I want a full frame camera with image stabilization in the body as well. The image stabilization on this lens is 24-240 is excellent. I've actually got it turned off at the moment as I'm on a tripod. I don't think that makes any difference at this shutter speed, to be honest, whether I've got it on or off, but I don't know, someone might correct me on that. But yeah, the stabilization in the lens is fantastic. So I think with the new camera body that's got good stabilization, I'll be able to do handheld shots at really low shutter speeds. And I don't actually use a tripod too often. I'm quite a lazy photographer and I like to be able to move about. You know, I don't like limiting myself with a tripod, but I am using one obviously tonight, and I do when I do the odd occasional long exposure. Right, well, the light's past its best, so it's time for me to head back. Yeah, I think I got a couple of nice pictures, but I've really enjoyed that actually. I haven't met a soul. It's just been like a peaceful short time spent in the countryside. You can't beat it. I'm on my way home now. That was a successful evening. I shall show the images in a moment, and I'll follow it by some images I got from a trip to Suffolk a few years ago, and they are of wind turbines against a sunset sky. I just want to showcase that, as I mentioned earlier, how these man-made sort of objects can create a moody atmospheric picture. Thanks for watching.